Well, hey folks, welcome back. Gardener here. I just wanted to go for a little walk around the garden and take a look at some things. Got this little Chinese Kusa dogwood here, and it's a pink Chinese Kusa dogwood. The leaves kind of held on, and then they turned brown because of all the cold temperatures and everything. Yeah, we'll get this area cleaned up. This here is plumbago down below the Japanese maple. That will just come out beautiful. You know, the red leaves in the springtime. But yeah, all of these here perennials, this little island will get that cleaned up, and that'll turn into something nice. Our Japanese wisteria, that'll need a lot of work, a lot of pruning. All of the suckers and all of the straggling branches, we'll prune that back really pretty hard. And of course, cut back all the perennials and then wait for the crepe myrtles to come out. We have a purple catalba right there. And then the one next to it is the white Natchez. And that'll be beautiful. We have another Incrediball hydrangea back here. And we'll cut that back. And then that'll come out with beautiful white blooms. And then our weeping Norway spruce. This is our woolly mammoth. It's kind of shaped like a woolly mammoth, and it kind of did that on its own. I didn't really prune it that way, but it just sure looks like a woolly mammoth. And then this here, our limelight hydrangea. We'll prune that back really hard, and then that'll come out with beautiful cone-shaped limelight. They're white, but they're a lime green flower, and that comes out in the middle of the summertime. And of course, our little green Japanese maple, where our little girl is. And that comes out with a really nice, soft lime green foliage in the springtime. There's this here blue Atlas cedar. And it's not necessarily the upright version. This is more of a spreader type of version. And it's just perfect in this spot. Doesn't get too tall. It just spreads out and provides a nice evergreen backdrop. The oak leaf hydrangea. And I think this year I'm going to trim off a little bit of the, cut it back somewhat from the top and just bring it down a little bit. And that'll put on big oak leaf leaves and just wonderful, beautiful white flowers. This year on the little trellis, on the left-hand side, we've got some honeysuckle growing. And that's just smells so beautiful in the springtime. But on the right-hand side is the dwarf purple Japanese wisteria. And I just love that little flower and that little color when that comes out. That's just fantastic. Back here, we've got to clean up all of this. A lot of catmint along here. A lot of catmint and a lot of ligularia too as a ground cover. And we'll cut that all back down to the ground. This is the Helleborus. And I like to get all of these old leaves off. They're nice in the winter. They stay green. But I like to cut them back very early, like mid-February. And we'll just cut them back and they will they will rise up very early with the new foliage and then beautiful flowers, sometimes while the snow is still on the ground. And then all in here, I've got a woodland poppy. And then I'll have gorgeous yellow flowers, very nice ground cover in the shade. And it will fill this area. And then, of course, all of our wonderful flowering trees. This is a prime specimen of a redbud tree that I've just grown and shaped over the years. And that'll be loaded with just gorgeous purple blooms. And then over here we have the pink of the Kwanzan cherry. And that is just lush pink. Just fantastic. And this here tall, narrow, slender tree, specimen tree, that's an upright purple leaf beech called obelisk. And that'll have absolutely gorgeous purple burgundy leaves. And like I said, it grows in this very slender, upright fashion. It's very architectural. But right now, things are very quiet and just kind of dormant, you know, for the season. But it won't be long. Everything will be coming back to life. That will be fantastic. So that's about it, folks. Just wanted to bring you along here, and yeah, see how it goes the next few months, and if we can't get this looking in good shape again. So we'll see you then. Well, hey, folks, Gardner here. I'm back, and I left off. It was still winter, and we were making plans for the garden. What do they say? If you want to make God laugh, tell him your plans. Because, yeah, things have changed big time. The reality is, after 26 years of kind of being here and planting this garden and taking care of this garden, it's time to move on, believe it or not. And so that's what we're having to embark on. All things come to an end eventually. Nothing is permanent. Everything is temporary. Even a 26-year-old garden. I mean, you know, right here, 26 years ago, we planted that big, beautiful, well, it wasn't big and beautiful when we planted it. It was a little tiny whip, you know, a little tiny stick, and the willow tree. And I've done so much pruning to get that to kind of go straight up, and then, you know, it just naturally cascaded down. And yeah, that was the willow tree 26 years ago. And same with this beautiful white dogwood, you know, American dogwood. And that's a slow grower, but it's still very beautiful in the springtime. I did pack up a bunch of plants. You know, I dug up a bunch of plants, I put them in pots, and I'm gonna bring some of them to the new garden, the new home. And I gave some away. I gave some to my niece for her beautiful garden. And so we're making use of a lot of plants, a lot of perennials, a lot of different things. Some things, obviously, we're not gonna be able to take with us. The woolly mammoth, the weeping Norway spruce, that's certainly gonna stay. That was a rescue off of a job. It was just a little stick, and that was about 20 years ago, and it grew into that beautiful shape. And you know, of course, I'm sorry, folks. You know, this is, where the little girl is, and you know, this was her beautiful garden that she loved to, you know, just hang out in and relax in. And we went to all different gardens, all different places, woods, beach, you know, everywhere. We went everywhere, and she loved it. She loved the adventure. But you know, this is her, you know, her resting place. But that wasn't her style. I'll tell you that right now. What do you think, bad girl? She's gonna want to pack it up and come with me. You know, hop in the truck and you know, go to our new place. So that's it, little stinker. Let's we'll head to our new home, our new place. I was out there today putting out some seed and straw and fertilizer and that sort of thing. So I want to, you know, do my best to help make it look beautiful. It takes a while to cultivate a garden, but anyway, all right, folks. Well, we're gonna take off, and we're gonna head down the road, and we're gonna head to our new home. So stay tuned, and you know, we'll do a few little projects around there. But you know, of course, I got all my landscape customers. I might do some videos of projects for them, and of course my mushrooms. Always in the woods hunting mushrooms. So all right, folks, well, thanks a lot, and we'll see you at our next stop. All right, take care. All right, bye-bye.